So I'm just doing the Kittys Gorge to Serpentine Falls hike, and I'm actually on my way back now. So we had a bit of a hike there this morning with Hike Collective and Buddy Up and all that. But I'm on a bit of a promise because Mel needs to leave home at 2 o'clock, and Mr. Garmin is putting my arrival back at the site at about 1, and that's not factoring in the extra kilometre it's going to add when I have to take the detour. So this has gone from a group hike of about 10 people to what is now a solo speed hike. So good job, the trail's clearly marked. It's pretty clearly bitted in too, but we've already done about 9 Ks, so probably 10 by the time this clicks over. And I've probably got another 8 to go, and it's just gone 11:30, so I am making a move. So if you do come and do this by yourself, probably even with a group, probably allowing 6 hours is probably not a bad idea. The girl guiding the hike would rather advertise 8 till 2 than the advertised 8 till 1. Because it really depends on the fitness level of some of the participants and their desire to hump it if needed, which is why I've broken off from the group, bid my farewells, and I'm now huffing and puffing to get back on time. Don't know if you can see that very well, but most of the morning I was zone 1 cardio, but I'm moving enough now that I'm almost in zone 2. So apparently that cottage there, some dude's cottage, Spencer's cottage or something, bought in the early 1900s for like £50 or something. But the hill behind it, apparently some dude called Moondyne Joe had a hideout in there, and he was known as Fremantle Prison's most prolific escapist. Every time he'd get locked up in Fremantle Prison, he'd escape. And the longest period he spent on the run, apparently, was from 1873 to 1901. Pretty good. Yeah, so he apparently had a hideout up in those hills. It's a really cool bridge here I want to show you. It's not very good, but it's cool. Love old stuff like this. It's an old wooden bridge. Possibly part of the train line that ran from here to Rockingham. Again, allegedly. So I've got about 5Ks to go on the official track, which means I've got about 6Ks to go on the actual route that we took. I've knocked the time off to just before 1, so hopefully back by about 1:15. Like, I know this is like a public space, that sort of stuff, but I was hoping to get some photos looking at the falls, but people just move on top of them and just stand there. Like, they don't get out the way. You know, first world problems, right? But just get your photo, fuck out of the way. Oh, look, Aussies. They're nice. Starting to hit a bit of the harder parts of the track now. Just slow me down a bit. So view back down the gorge. And the view of what lies ahead of me. This is really cool. And then there's like a grotto thing up here. I'll show you very quickly. So I am keeping good time, and I want to keep it that way. So you can see the falls just through there, a little bit there. Wait till I get up through here. Quickly jump down here. You got this waterfall just here, and then awesome little swimming hole grotto thing. Pretty cool, eh? Alright, keep moving before people catch up. So I've probably got about 4Ks to go now, which if I keep up this pace, saying about 40 minutes, which puts me back. I was saying I've got 3Ks, and I know I've added at least 1 kilometre by the detour that we had to take. So if we say 4Ks, 40 minutes, let's add another 10, so 50 minutes-ish to get back. 10:01, that's doing all right. Some bits up ahead that are going to slow me up a bit, but I'm hot. I don't want to stop to strip off because it's just going to add time. I reckon I'm going to have some nice blisters at the end of it on my toes. It's pretty uncomfortable. Oh man. So I've still got about 3 clicks to go. I ain't getting tired now. Fatigue's starting to get in. I really want to have a sit down, but I know if I do, if I stop, it'll take me ages to get going again. What I'm not looking forward to is the climb up out of this gully, this gorge, right at the end, which is probably going to be the best part of the last kilometre, I suppose. I've just got back to the signposted start of the track there, which means it's probably only about 1 to 1.5 k's back. And just down there, where old mate is the bit that's closed off. So we're gonna go up here. And I'm gonna follow my watch back to the start. It's probably gonna yell at me for being off course. What I tell you. There you go. It's up. No rest for the wicked. Oh man. That was really tough. Normally I'm the one pulling everybody up the hills, or pushing everyone up the hills. I just needed to take a couple of breathers on that one. Man. Not fun now. Check that out. Pretty nice. So that's the other end of where we would have gone through to start with. So that little diversion I just took from the last point where old mate was to here added about a k to my time. Oh, not long to go now, so we'll keep going. I think when I get back to the car, I'm going to sit down and reward myself with a coffee that I didn't get to make at the other end. I'm not gonna lie, this has almost been as tough as the mighty Jarrah. I've noticed one thing, the downside to the Garmin is when you get off track, it doesn't give you directions to get back on track. So you kind of have to keep an eye on it, otherwise you will lose your way. And I just went a little bit past my turn point there. So I'm now navigating back to the track. And then once I get back there you go, beep, on course, will then give me directions back to the car. So from where I started before, and I showed you where old mate was walking, that's where we would have gone in, and we're heading back that way, the green path. So 500 meters to go thereabouts. I am so keen to stop walking, it's not funny. Still got a bit of an ascent to go to get out. I'm ready to sit down. I can't even get my words out right. So I've made it back to the big tree that we stopped at on the way in for a photo. Quickly. That's good enough. Let's go. That's a big tree, that. It's in sight. There we are, look. Back to the start.
It's kind of full.
Man alive. Let's have a look at this. 4 hours, 30 minutes, and 1 second. 17.94 k's. That was a bit of a slog going back. Time for a coffee now. So I've got the kettle on and making a brew, and I'm going to jump back in the car and head home because Mel is expecting me. Well, she needs to leave the house before 2. One thing I don't want to do again for any reason other than I want to is a speed hike. That was pretty brutal. It was pretty hard. There were times where I really wanted to just back off and just take it nice and easy. The pace that we were doing on the way there was pretty good. The pace I was doing on the way back was hard work. It was pretty tough. So anyway, I'm gonna make this coffee, gonna jump in the car, head home, put this video together, and then punch it out on socials. So stay tuned. Cheers.